This is the Allstate Bontrager Insurance Agency pregame show, and I'm standing here alongside Coach Moore, where in a few hours, Coach, we're going to be heading up to the northeast side of the city to Tech High School and take on the Cathedral Irish, which has become the last 5 years a game that the entire state of Indiana looks to, two traditional programs going against each other. Honestly, not a lot there as it relates to going into the playoffs other than two traditional programs playing each other, and we have a 4-1 edge on them up to this point, but tonight's game is a Cathedral team that has a very potent offense.
Yeah, you know, the whole Cathedral Center Grove series has been pretty exciting for the fans. There's been lots of scoring in the games, great games all the way to the end usually. It's sort of tough for a coach. You know, we're done with our mixed season, so you're ready for the playoffs now, and then bam, you got one of the better programs, and traditionally one of the better programs in the state stuck on the end of your schedule. So the big thing about tonight, and I don't want to break people's heart, is we got to stay healthy. And I know Cathedral's, in their mind, we both want to win, but we both want to stay healthy because we got the playoffs right in front of us, you know, the next week. So that's our main focus. Hopefully we get guys through healthy and can continue to work next week and play and get ready for the playoffs. As far as Cathedral's offense goes, their quarterback does a great job spreading the ball around, running the football. Their backs are physical and have great speed. Their offensive line probably is the most improved offensive line that I've seen all year from last year to this year. They're very physical. They're quick on their feet, and they do a good job. They've been blocking and attacking everybody they've played this year. So it'll be a real challenge for our D-line and our defense tonight.
You mentioned the mixed schedule is complete for us for the season. We were able to come out of there at a 4-3 record, which is always good to have a winning record in the mix. Maybe a couple losses we didn't want to have, obviously, but we came on strong there at the end. We got a 3-game winning streak. A lot of positives to take through it. Last week, our running game really took off, and granted the weather wasn't the best, but you had Weems with 233 yards, and then a sophomore in Brandon Wheat coming out with 81 yards, and Delp were at around 80 yards too, and that gives you a good 1-2-3 punch.
Yeah, even though, you know, we've lost a couple of our top backs for the time being with Evans and Carson Steele not playing. The rest of the kids, you know, they're all young except for Jalen Goins, our only senior. He's been in there and been a real physical presence for us. But the other kids are all sophomores and one junior. They've done a great job of understanding the offense. And, you know, and last week when the weather's bad, they know we weren't going to be able to throw. No one could. So it's harder to run when they're expecting to run. So I was real proud of our guys last week for coming out, you know, and not putting the ball down on the ground and fumbling around, but playing good, solid football and, you know, running for almost 400 yards of offense. You know, I'll take that any day. I don't care who you play. That's a great job for our kids in that situation when people knew you were going to line up and run to continue and run the football.
Defensively, you look at our defense, you have Curry and Booker up front that I would say are the ones that have the name recognition, getting a lot of looks. But, you know, you don't look at our defense and say they're overwhelming, yet when you look at the scores, we've been holding most of the teams well below what they have averaged game by game. And we did that last week against Lawrence North, who was averaging 31 points a game and didn't come close. And that should position us pretty well tonight for Cathedral as well, I would imagine.
Well, you hope so. Our defensive coaches, Coach Chad Daniels, my coordinator, has done a great job of, you know, just asking him just to move our defense. We keep moving it around. I know people get frustrated sometimes. We have to let things go in the passing game. That's life. You know, if you want the ball thrown over your head 5 times a game for touchdowns, then, you know, that's what's going to happen if you don't move around and make it where trying to tunnel the offense into, you know, we're going to give you this, so then we're going to try to come up and make a tackle. It's a long, slow process. We want people to play football like we do on offense. If you're going to beat us, we want you to make you beat us in 10 to 12 play drives, not 2 play drives. Because you see, as soon as someone throws it over the top of our head, it ignites people, and that's when we have a huge problem. So keeping the ball in front of us is a huge thing. Our guys up front have done a great job. We're undersized this year. You know, with Gage Gosnell and Kyler Johnson up there and Owen Green, those are the 3 kids that no one really knows about that are playing those inside nose and 3 techniques. You know, then Caden Curry has done a great job at the 3-technique tackle, and Booker at the one end, and then LJ Weems at the other end. So those other 4 kids aren't really known, and Booker and Curry everyone knows about, but those other 4 kids have done a great job of playing and doing what they can do best.
PJ Buck, last year senior, he called. He wanted me to make sure that I ask you. You know, the last time we played Cathedral at Tech, he took it upon himself to fake a punt on like our own 12 and thought he could make it about 32 yards.
4th and 13, he got 12 and a half and a headache.
So he wanted to make sure that you talked to Taven tonight to make sure he understands completely what is a go, green light, and what's a red, green light.
Yeah, well, both the special teams of these programs, ours and theirs, do a great job and can do a lot of things. So, you know, that's always been a fun thing to do. It's, you know, when you play a non-conference game, that's just that game at the end of the year, you're more apt to do things like that for them and us. So, yeah, I sure miss PJ, but not when I don't miss him when he's trying to get 13, only gets 12 and a half.
I believe the quote was, "Coach, I thought I had it." Well, listen, it's fall break, the end of our fall break. We have a chance to finish the year at 5-4, which I think is pretty strong after how we started. We've come a long way. We wish you luck. Hopefully, a lot of the fans come out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's at 1-3, and looking at the rest of the schedule, you're thinking, man, can we have a winning season? And yet tonight we can have a winning season. And our program is not used to standing here talking about can we have a winning season or not. Right. We're used to having it all taken care of by now. But we win tonight, you know, we're guaranteed of not getting a losing season. So that's a little victory for us mentally right there. But the big thing is our recovery. We've come and, you know, in the last 4 or 5 weeks we could have lost all the games. Instead we've won them. But actually we could be setting, you know, 8-0 tonight and be undefeated. We've been in that many games, and that's what I'm proud of. We've never come out on the field and totally had our butt kicked and been totally denied of anything we wanted to do. So let's just go play a great high school football game tonight, and when it's over with, we start thinking about Columbus East. So if you're doing nothing tonight and you want to drive, I don't even know how to get to Tech. I just get on the bus and go. But come on down. It's a big stadium, plenty of places to see. Plenty of places to set to see the game, and if you're still in town from fall break, or if you're just getting back from fall break, come on out and support the Trojans. Go Trojans, beat Cathedral.